What's up guys, Cloudie here checking in from the America server, and today we are gonna look at challenge raid Obrigard. I understand that this is coming a little bit late. Sadly, I was really bogged down with real life stuff, but hopefully this will still be helpful to you in clearing him before the timer ends or for the next time he comes around. Now, speaking of coming around, as my memory serves, the first time he was released was exactly the same time when Annette was released to the game, and he also came with a priest band back then. And now, when Talisha is released, who is also a non-priest healer capable character, we get him with a healer band again. Maybe that's coincidence, maybe not. That's for you to decide and maybe Vespa to know. Other than these two characters, from the top of my head, I only know that Kane can heal and Loman can heal with his soul weapon. I don't really remember anyone else who is not a priest and can actually heal allies. So other than those, you will be relying on lifesteal. Now if you check the boss, he's an undead type and he's dealing in blood magic, so he will be doing a lot of self-healing too. Let's see what he does. All of his damage is magical damage, so that's good to know. That's how you need to gear against him. Now his first skill is called Bloodbath. He can cast it every 15 seconds. This is like a small stun and a heal on himself. So based on how much damage he does with this, he will heal himself. The second skill is something you will need to be able to deal with, is Breath of Demise. This is doing damage proportional to your max HP, hitting everyone in your party because everyone is in front of him, and inflicting 1 stack of blood curse. Now this blood curse will keep stacking as he breathes. It should go up to about 7 stacks. You can see this in our round, which I'm gonna show later. You need to cleanse this because his other skills are tied to this, and the blood curse itself does a lot of damage. So you kinda need to be on the spot there with the cleanses. Now let's move on. Spike Hell. This is a fairly long cooldown skill, deals magic damage to nearby enemies and inflicts stun. Damage is increased per each stacked blood curse, and stun duration is increased per each stacked spike hell. And I think this is just a typo here. They meant to say each stacked blood curse. So basically more blood curse means more stuns and more damage on you. Now, here comes his main signature skill, I believe, the Skull Collection. Every now and then, every 15 seconds, he can summon a set of skulls, which can be either red or blue, which means they will be either immune to magic damage when they are blue, or physical damage when they are red. And that means that you need to have 2 types of DPS in your party so you can clear out these skulls. As long as the skulls are up, Obrigard takes reduced damage proportional to the number of the skulls present, and heals his own HP based on the damage he deals. So you want to clear out these skulls really fast. If you knock him down during, then the skulls should disappear, and this effect of immunity is disappearing when the skulls are cleared. So basically 2 DPS, clear the skulls, move on. Now of course here is the blood curse. Every second deals magic damage proportional to the maximum HP and reduces heal rate. Upon using a skill with more than 1 stack, takes magic damage proportional to max HP and gains 1 stack. So this will keep stacking up on you if you have it on you. You want to cleanse it really fast, and you can see that I'm almost doing okay on this when I was running. But yeah. And finally, the stun. So he has a CC bar because he is a boss, of course, and basically as you take down the CC bar, the lower the bar is, the more damage the boss takes, but he is also dealing more damage. And if you stun him, so if you knock him down, then the blood curse and the skull demons will disappear, but he will start healing really fast. And when he gets up, his attack and heal rate and his stun gauge will increase. So this means that you kind of want to control the CC bar at a low range, but not actually let him go down. Now we were running with an Ezekiel, so he got constantly stunned and we just had to deal with it. Normally the original strategy was that you kind of controlled your CC and didn't knock him actually down. Right now, or in the current state of the game, you can counter his healing with stuff like solar stones and more, so it's still viable if you don't pay too much attention to your CC, but ideally you don't really want to keep knocking him down because he will just keep healing up and he will deal more damage. After a while this will mean that he starts one-shotting you, so yeah. that is basically the trick to it, guys. It's not really terribly complicated. You need an Annette for the heals, you need some lifesteal, and then you just need to stay on top of the damage and not get one-shotted from anything. It's pretty simple, but let's move on to the run and I'll show you what I've been doing. Let's see that. Okay guys, here we are with the run. Starting up Obrigard Hell mode. As you can see, I'm on heal and cleanse duty, running Annette, Loman and Kane for the spot healing. I was a little bit tired at this time, so kind of forgot that the boss doesn't dispel and that sometimes I was hesitating with using Annette's S2. But yeah, you can use it freely as long as you have a second skill on the ready to remove the blood curses if they come up. The DPS here is pretty beefy Ezekiel, plus Pansy to clean out the magic immuno skulls, and we also have an Oddie and the Mora. Mora is here because she provides amp and also healing reduction. We also use a solar stone for healing reduction, but yeah, the problem with Ezekiel is that his CC is not controllable, so we keep knocking down the boss, even though you can see that I'm not really casting any skills from Lumen except for his shield, so yeah, that kind of doesn't help. Now you can see, let's see what skills the boss is doing. Here comes the breath, and you should see it's stacking up to around 5 when I'm casting. This is a little bit early, but yeah, I managed to get the last one, and we do have a knockdown again where we are doing more damage. But you can see the cross swords icon on the boss, it's at 2-9, and as he's getting up it should increase again. So yeah, his damage keeps coming up more and more. This can be a problem if you have way too many CC units that are not really being controlled. Now Kane is here to provide his S3 and S1, so damage reduction and healing, and Loman is only here for his shield, so in case Annette is on cooldown we have a secondary cleanser for the blood stacks, because Annette provides CC immunity and healing, so she kinda needs to cast her S2 and not sit on it like I am doing in some cases. So here comes the breath again. I was a little bit too early here, so we have one extra here. Need to use Loman Shield. Loman Shield is also nice because it just absorbs damage, and that's always good to have. And then we get some more skulls, and yeah, Pansy just clears them out, which just lets us go back to damaging. And that's pretty much it all, guys. We can watch to the end. Towards the end he is doing a lot more healing, even though we have a lot of healing reduction both from Mora and the Solar Stone. But yeah, that's a pretty beefy Ezekiel who just rolls over him in the end. So yeah, that's it, guys. Normally you do not want to do this many knockdowns, but if you have the DPS that works too. It's just that surviving his hits becomes harder that way. So that's been it. I hope it's useful to you. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and I'll see you in the next one then. Cloudie out for now. Bye bye.